is often placed on exhibition, and you're invited to come and see it. In this film, you visit the public showing and also make a trip aboard one of the most modern trains for daylight travel in the world, the Pennsylvania Railroad's Congressional. At Union Station in Washington, D.C., for the public showing, visitors throng into the cars. The train's run is mostly during daylight, and from the first coach to the parlor car observation lounge, passengers have every opportunity to see the view. The Congressional travels between the Union Station in Washington, shown here, and Penn Station, New York City. After tunneling under the Hudson River, the Congressional, like other New York-bound Pennsy trains, unloads passengers at underground platforms in the huge station in Midtown Manhattan. On the Congressional's first trip into Penn Station, the train is greeted by a brass band. There are actually two new Congressionals. Each one makes a daily round trip between New York and Washington. There are morning and afternoon trips in each direction. The fastest time for the 227-mile journey is 3 hours and 35 minutes. The tracks run along the eastern seaboard, past cities and towns famous in colonial and revolutionary history, past busy highways, past bustling city traffic. New York, Newark, Philadelphia, Wilmington, Baltimore, Washington, these are the stops. The Pensy's main line has at least 4 parallel tracks most of the way and is all electrified. It's a long train. Here, you can see almost all the 18 cars that make up the Congressional. Before the Congressional began operating, 64 streamlined cars were built by the Budd Company for the railroad. These cars were placed in service on the runs of the Congressional and the Senator, the Pennsylvania streamliner between Washington, New York, and Boston. Among the cars of the usual Congressional, there are 8 coaches, each with room for 60 passengers in these reclining seats. More passengers in a separate smoking compartment. Either a snack or a meal can be obtained at the Coffee Shop Tavern, where counter and table service are provided. One of the few places in the world where cooking is done by electronics is aboard the Congressional, at the radar range. Here, an egg is poached in the few seconds it takes you to watch the picture. And brother, that's hot. There is telephone service aboard for use not only when the train is in a station, as was the case with many trains in the past, but available even as the train speeds along. You may call any U.S. phone or any foreign land or ship or other train that has phone service. Here is a conference room where business and government men can hold meetings en route. Every parlor car has at least one private room. One car has 7. After the conference, the businessman can relax in one of the 5 parlor cars. These chairs both turn and recline. A large number of chefs is constantly busy providing meals for passengers. The Congressional carries nearly 1,000. The chefs work in kitchens designed to make the most of every inch of space. Kitchens planned for rapid service. You enjoy good food even more in pleasant surroundings. The diner, like all other cars, is decorated in red, white, and blue. Aboard the train, you'll find Canton Blue, Bunker Hill Red, Alpine Rust, French Gray, and other colors. observation lounge is one of a number of cars on the train where refreshments are served. Cars are named after Paul Revere, Betsy Ross, Pulaski, Lafayette, Nathan Hale, and others famous in U.S. history. Here is what you would see if you stood on the platform at Penn Station, New York City, and watched the Congressional leave. After the locomotive, the first cars are coaches. Then comes the coffee shop with its counter and radar range. Then more coaches. Hungry passengers are already at meals in the diner. The kitchen and parlor cars are back of the diner. Twice a day, the Congressionals join Washington and New York, linking the federal government to the largest business region in the world, passing through New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, the District of Columbia, ending the run south near the Virginia state line. Through a section of the nation where live 1/4 of all Americans, the Congressionals operate, providing luxury travel at an average speed of more than a mile a minute. A service possible, Pennsylvania Railroad officials say, because the Congressionals are the most modern trains in the world.